Then we'll go into the house. Alright. Looks like they washed the clothes.
You're welcome to browse. Just 3 rooms and an outhouse.
3 rooms and an outhouse.
This would be the minors, right? This would be outhouse. Right, yeah. An actual family of 10 lived in this home at one time.
10 people?
Yes.
I bet they had fun though, you know?
Closeness. You talking about closeness? They would have to have that, wouldn't they?
Chris, that looks like Grandpa's gun.
Yeah, it sure does.
Got a gun just like that at home.
It sure does. Okay, Tom, you can look at these specs.
10 people lived in this house. Let's put on. Well, this is a bedroom. We had a fireplace here. Looks as if that clock is pretty old too. Here's some coal. We can burn there to keep warm. Because you know it was cold in the wintertime. So that was the main bedroom?
That would be in the parents' bedroom and the youngers, and of course the older children would be in this room here.
Alright.
Rent would be $2 per room. For this home, it's $6 a month.
$6 a month. I could deal with that.
Now that would
And
come.
what was their what would they usually bring in per month? What would be?
Well, a day they would get paid by the tonnage until the union would take place. So
Right.
it would vary. Whatever amount of ton of coal that they pulled out for that day, maybe it'd be 10 cents a ton, 10 to 20 cents a ton. So whatever they could pull out that day, maybe
Like they
$1
said,
worth and
right.
$2.
Right. $2.
Very.
So we're talking it could still be a week's work.
They have their front porch. And 10 people would live in here. There's the parents' room and the kids would stay in here.
Whoever was didn't call right back. They may have called later.
She said she's got to call some parents.
And this was their kitchen.
I hope she did.
The stove. That's a Virginia Deluxe stove.
I heard Boyd say that coffee on or something.
A little pancake maker. Waffle iron. And their stove. Refrigerator. That was carrier ice. The ice pick.
Came up here.
Look at this fly swatter.
Shut where he was closing the church, and I was shutting the door. But he told me yesterday.
And there's the outhouse. 3 rooms in the outhouse. Go sit over there in the toilet. Here.
Look.
It's filming.
Got your magazine. Got your magazine. Rip off a sheet.
Come in here.
Do your business.
What's down there? And grunt. And you do it fast, because you don't want to be in here. You probably stunk. 'Cause everybody, 10 people live in that house.
This
10
is probably
people.
community outhouse at that.
Be.
You use your little sheet, rip it off. That's it. This is the church. Somewhat like the church we saw in Hawaii. Except they got a nice wood burning stove. I'd be sitting right here. So I would keep warm. They had little palm fans. Show us how they worked. Mm-hmm. There's the back of the outhouse coming out the church. Now we're going to the big house.
More private
So
than
this
what
was
you're
a
doing.
single man's house. Miner's shanty. This was a single dwelling where a single man or married man would make his home away from home. He would stay at the mining camp during the hard working week, usually return to his home to visit on the weekends. And yes, he did have nice embroidery curtains, as you can see, because his grandmother made these curtains for him, and a towel too, so please enjoy your visit. Well, let's look and see what it was like. This is pretty much it. You got your stove, you got your dish pan, the wash pan, and your bucket of water you get. A little shack. And what the heck, this would be a nice comfortable place. It's just you, have your friends come over. It's about as big as my room in college. If not a little bit bigger, with more windows. Let's see, there it is. Miner's shanty.
You can pick up the extra insurance we sell in there. If there's any one-way tickets, you buy.
That's one of the original coal mines.
This mine is originally owned by the Phillips family. They mined coal in here from 1890 to 1910 for 20 years. The city of Beckley bought this mine from the remaining Phillips family member in 1962 for a large sum of $1. The community contingent miner cut the top and the walls called ribs for the height we have today. As you notice, some water dripping on the top. Just about every mine in the state of West Virginia has water. Many because we tunnel under mountains, it means our mountains hold a lot of water. That's just my simple. This mine is also known as a drift mouth mine. It means it goes uphill and downhill all the way through. If the next stop is to both, see original 1-ton and 2-ton cars, which means early days take the coal one out of the mountain with. Average man cannot push or pull a 1 or 2-ton car full of coal and not drift by mines some of those by themselves. So in the early days of mining, they did use animals to pull or slug the coal one out. Now, it all depends on the height your coal was, which animal you used. Here in the state of West Virginia, they use oxen, mules, donkeys, ponies, and Shetland ponies. The animals stay underground 365 days a year. The only time they went outside into daylight was 2 to 3 trips a day to unload that 1 or 2-ton car. When the animals were not in use, they were in their stalls underground in the pitch dark blackness. After approximately 3 months underground, the animals do go permanently blind because of the darkness. Now, to give you an idea how dark it is underground, at next stop, I'm going to turn the lights off. And believe me, it's so dark underground when I turn the lights off, you can hold your hand in front of your face and you'll not be able to see any part of it. I have them off for about 15 seconds, so nothing should get you in that short time.
I'm gonna try
If everybody look on this side where I'm shining my light, this is is a natural coal seam in this mountain. It is known as bituminous soft coal. It's very low in sulfur. Another native form in this area is called non-smokeless coal, ranging from 30 to 30 inches in height on this side of you, and also on the back side of you, all the way through the mountain. Another reason we stopped at this very short stop is to make sure everybody's comfortable, nobody has claustrophobia or scared. If you are, let me know, and I will back you out and refund your money from this point on. From here on in, you kind of stood.
Mom said like 7 or 8 people got off.
Alright.
My mother
that was
came through
good.
yesterday and said like 7 or 8 people.
Now, at this stop, we'll be talking about the years from 1850 up until 1919. In the early days of mining, we went to work for a coal company. And the only thing we would furnish you with was a place to work. We also furnished you with one, with a 2-ton car, which is on the back side of it, wooden timbers, and wooden tracks. Now, you had to lay all of your own tracks from the opening to your work area. Next man connected on these tracks from here and went to his work area. And some of the mines closest man to you could be a quarter of a mile away. No two men in our days worked in the same cut together. Many coal companies figured if you put 2 men together, they talk too much and complain less coal they does, which was true. A miner,
One guy would work by himself?
yes sir, anywhere from a quarter to a mile apart from each other.
Oh my god.
I thought they had like father and son working.
No sir, not in the early days, not. Now you were allowed to train your son, but he never got paid until his training was over. A miner also had to buy all of his own hand tools. His pick, his shovel, his blasting powder, he used like to see it. They're taking average miner anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to fill this 1-ton car by himself. Once you got full, you'll get the animals, put them on a sled, and take it outside. Now in early days, we had no way of weighing coal, so we checked coal. So when you went outside, there's a man knows a checker. He would pull a board off a car, which had a little tag number on it. You'd write your tag number on a chalkboard to identify whose ton of coal was checked. Then we examine your load, then we take the car forward, and there'd be a board hanging across. And if your coal grazed bottom was under, he said you had a ton car full of coal. And for 2 to 4 hours of work, that man said you made 20 cents. That paid until 1919.
Jeez.
One other thing had about the companies in their days was called a bird in a cage, a canary. The reason canary, there's natural gas underground from a lot of coal when you cut it. The same type of gas used in your homes today to heat your house was underground. The only difference is when the gas company comes in your home, mix chemical with it, which gives it an odor. And that's how you determine if you have a leak in your home. Underground, there's no smell to natural gas. Put food and water in a cage with a bird. He said it's the very first timber in there you're working. Now wait on your hands and knees digging coal, usually check on your bird, make sure it's still chirping and playing. You ever look back on the bird and see when he's back with his feet in the air? The bird was dead. And if you can move on, he will end up the same way. The reason you use canaries in our days, canaries have lungs. Some human beings are just smaller. It doesn't take much gas to kill them. If you want ounces concentration of gas, we kill human beings. So they're used as an early warning device for the night.
You have to buy your own bird.
Yes, ma'am. Anywhere from $1 to $2 a piece off the Kentucky store. This is similar to one of the very first lights the miners used to see with underground. It's known as an open flame light, also known as a tea kettle light. It's not very big, like mine of a toy manual timers still do. They use cotton as a wick, coal or fuel. Now in the early days, coal was made expensive by putting lanterns for lights in a home. This light will burn for approximately 1 hour. Average miner worked a 16-hour day, so it was like 16 times a day. This light was very expensive for miners, usually days mining. They get this by turn of the century at 1900. They even better light known today as a carbide light. Now carbide has a very distinct odor about it. It looks like it smells like today. If you got sinus problems in hell deeply take root, care for you.
She's like,
Yes, everybody said they would smell that carbide.
Acetylene gas. So make a little container, put the carbide down the bottom, water in the top, or starting fill in the front, and as you add the water, it makes acetylene gas. You screw it all together, Cover the front of it with strike it.
Whoa!
And an open flame light. This light will burn for about 4 to 6 hours with the carbide down the bottom. Now this is all the light the miner had to see with during the day. Can you guys turn your lights off? Okay. Rat's hearing is so sensitive it can hear rock 200 to 300 feet above them cracking poppers. When rats hear that, they'll gather a bunch headed outside. When the mountain's getting ready to fall. Miners started paying attention to the rats. When the rats getting headed outside, so did miners. Unless miners were killed by roof fall. All coal mines across the big world of ours today still have all rats in them. Because rats like these old cold, damn, dark here. Yes, ma'am, there is rats in this mines. Any questions?
Can you turn the lights off one more time?
Sure can. You know a good ghost story?
I got this night recorder thing, and I wanted to.
Want to try it, huh?
Yeah.
And it does work,
See?
right? It is working.
All right, that's what it looks like. Let me
Hands
see.
up.
There it is. Look at that.
Yeah, that's good.
So you can see there is a picture. It is.
Can you see it?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn it.
It does.
So it works in pitch black. It says.
I didn't think it would, but it does. Wouldn't get you out of here though.
No, because I walked down the wrong path. All right, thank you.
Was everybody still feel pretty comfortable?
There's that coal there, could we idea what you're using it for?
Your number 2 buyer right now is steel mills. Number 3 buyer is power plants. Number 4, the most famous thing in the world, makeup, nylon hoses,
Oh,
perfume,
yeah.
tennis shoes, clothing dye, eyewear, hearing aids, braces for your teeth. There's 10,000 different products we can derive from coal.
But there in the white
What
Japan
the hell are
buying
you
it.
doing with the coal?
We don't have any idea.
You
They're
don't care
probably
though,
waiting
right?
for Y2K. Because they know.
You don't care, you're just selling it to them.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Well, see, when Nixon was in office, that was a big thing. He import-export business. He started. And Japan just started stockpiling. I mean, they might have something else they're using it for, but, you know, they come out with a lot of great things from over there. Here, they are also using, you know, coal and charcoal filters to purify blood.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Maybe there's something else they're coming up with. I don't know. A lot of people think that coal business is way down. There's more coal being produced today than ever.
How much can somebody, like one person produce, or is it just in a
Today
totally
it takes
different?
15 seconds to get 20 tons of coal.
15 seconds.
Oh my god.
Most of it done with strip mining.
No, sir, we don't plant strip mining. Strip mining is a bad word here in West Virginia.
Is it underground?
Yes, sir, all deep mines.
Auburn?
Well, we have big ripperhead contingent miners, which continually cuts.
Now, the coal comes in a little vein, right?
Yes, sir.
So all the stuff that you cut before you get to the coal is
Now, in the early
useless
days,
to
you didn't
you.
do that. If you're caught in this area, it's a natural former, it's called blue slate. In the early days, you used for slate shingles for homes. Today,
Yeah.
blackboards and pool table tops.
We've seen this slate on some of
Yeah,
the
I saw
homes as we
slate
were
on
driving
one.
around.
Have you ever heard of a Red Dog Road?
No. What's
You never
that?
heard of Red Dog Road?
No.
Come on. Oh, these city folk. It was the very first paved roads they ever had.
What's that rumble?
That's another
noise?
train on the outside.
You don't see the rats there.
I know.
See, we hear it, we're like, ah, it's like a subway or something, or a plane, no big deal.
I hope it ain't no subway above. Now, Red Dog, what Red Dog is, it's the first paved roads they came out with. They took this slate, and the slate burns. And when slate burns, it kind of stinks and turns to a rusty red, kind of packs, just like asphalt does. It was the first roads ever paved.
Oh, wow.
Because we know the blue slate sidewalks that they have in New York, that they brought the slate over as ballast in the boats. So they have the sidewalks in it, but
We say you still feel pretty comfortable?
Yeah.
Good, because you're 75 feet underground. That's from here to the top. I'm gonna go deeper. Now, next stop we need to go to, I need to pull up past the switch and go back down around the curve. So please, if I can keep your hands and feet on the side of the rail. Now, you know what we have in October here, don't you?
And I told
oh yeah,
the haunted coal mine.
Looks just like this when you're coming through entire mine.
So you do a trip like that?
Yep. We start at 7 p.m. at night time, run till midnight. Last
Uh,
week of October.
So what jumps out? Can't tell you that.
Oh, you gotta come back and see us then. Now, I'll give you how this since you're far away. At this stop, we have 2 men with chainsaws. Pull 2 props off the cars and they're just going to the car. They have one little lights that's kind of shining back in this area. Can't see anything out in here. You think they're really cutting them up because you feel blood squirting on them. Somebody standing over the dark with a squirt gun squirting everybody on the car. And all of a sudden, the chainsaw stopped and the bodies just fall to the ground. And 2 ugly men start walking towards the cars and say, who's next? At that time, we have people dressed in all black against the wall because you have to scare you.
oh
Yeah,
no!
black.
That's where the coal mine goes.
I don't think you ever heard of all of that.
Now this is actually a very short talk. Give you a better idea what typical worker looks like on mine. Your first day of work, he said, take your timbers in his area, you get on his hands and knees, and take his pick, and dig up these coals into this. Shovel out into his car, push his car down around the curve, then he would take his 5-foot breast auger bit, what's called breast auger bit, this piece of flush against your chest, or midsection of your body. You lean on it, put a hand on each handle, and twist away, and drill 3 holes into the coal. 1 in each corner, 1 in the center, about 5 foot in depth. Now you got your black powder and your fuse, now you need something to put in. So you want to shoot for a little catalog. Tear a page, make a funnel. Twist the bottom in tight, put a 5-foot fuse in it, full black powder, twist it tight. Place 1 in each hole. Take on some coal off the floor, mud, shove it back on top of your blasting powder, and go real tight. Take your carbide light, light off your fuses, and then screw around the corner. Now, did you ever cut similar to this? And each hole was about 5 foot in depth. Approximately 1 ton of coal would fall. It show up to take outside like 20 cents. That is unless you ever got me some money. Give them some money, they took it immediately.
How would you open money?
For buying stuff out the
Extra
store?
supplies.
Oh,
Rent for the house, groceries, carbide, blasting powder, everything.
So if you came here, you probably owe them money before you even got into the coal.
Companies keep you in debt to them. As long as you were in debt to them, you had to keep working.
Well, Tennessee already Ford said what?
That's true, but no man has ever loaded 16 tons by hand. It's impossible, believe me.
What
Oh,
do you think the most people love is that somebody can load
Average
in a
day, about 5 to 6 ton coal a day.
that's 16 hours.
It takes you 2 to 4 hours to get 1 ton. As time progressed a little bit more, around 1910, some of the mines did have electricity by then. So companies did a piece of machinery to help do the job a little easier, called electric punch. You still had to uncover the pick. Instead of using a little 5-foot breast auger bit, this piece of machinery behind you had a 5-foot blade with a full one in it, just punched the 3 holes coal a little faster for you. Made your job a little easier. Well, some of the mines did have dynamite by then. It came out what we call a tamping rod. You would take dynamite, shove it back to the hole, take your igniter cap, put it on this fine needle rod, put these 2 together, shove back dynamite, push a little bit deeper, slowly pull them both back out, tamp your holes up real tight, stretch your wires around the corner with a 2 plunger, and blow it. And hopefully when some coal fall, we should take outside pay 20 cents. But don't think about this piece of equipment first came available. The company said if you want to use it, it's going to cost you. The time the company charged you 3 cents a day. Now 20 cents is down to 17 cents, right?
Yeah.
Like I told you earlier, every miner had to buy his own explosive powder. By the time miner took a blast, he'd already spent 10 cents on his own pocket. That's your miner made 10 cents a ton for 2 4 hours work. Anybody want to do coal? You know, it never fails. Every time I ask that question, the ladies always say no first. Why?
But that was still considered a good money, the
Yes,
coal
ma'am,
mine.
it was. Well, to give you a better idea, when they were digging the subways in New York, the average subway worker made 35 cents a week. You had a chance to make 30 cents a day,
Okay.
But it was harder work, right?
and more dangerous.
Yeah.
Could they ever stand up? They're doing, or they always just kind of crawling?
Most of them were called hunchback miners. Now, some years, these things do range over high school 2 years ago. Most it cost me to have my children was $7.50 a piece.
Hey.
Best hospital election in the world.
Yeah.
My workers.
The coal mine took care of you.
Oh, yeah. My wife passed away. Now my workers paid for the funeral. Well, next stop we need to go to is just down below, taking the years of 19 and 19 up to about 19 and 40. Now, if we get to the next stop, we'll have enough height above your head so you can stand up and be more comfortable if you wish. But please wait till I stop, because I won't change your hairstyle too fast for you.
Right.
This is 2 steel jacks up on each corner, wrap steel cable around each one of the wheel machine. Turn the machine on, they start creating a circular motion, cables will tighten up and slowly pull the machine forward. They cut 6 feet from the depth underneath the coal. After they did their cut, they move on the next cut. The 2 men will come over with drills, the drill holds coal and shoot it down. Move on to the next cut, the 2 men come show the cards, fill them up, take it outside. Men were happy, their job a lot easier, they made the same amount of money. Well, as time progressed a little bit more, around 19 and 22, the company owners came to us and we run into a major problem. Every man is assigned a certain job to do today, and we're cutting coal 10 times faster than we used to. And the coal is just piling off on the ground. The animals cannot keep us pulling up 1 and 2 ton cars off from underground fast enough. The animals are dying from exhaustion. Mule skinners refuse to work their animals so hard. So in June of 1922, the company owners got together a man called J.T. Fisher. And he invented a piece of machine that will get the coal out from underground a little faster. It's an original 1922 model, J.T. Fisher, 5-ton gathering motor, which I'm pushing the mines with today. The cars you're riding on are similar to 19 and 22 3.5-ton coal cars. When we got them in modifications we made to them, we cut the centers out, we cut the handrails out. That's the only modifications we made to them. We didn't even put shocks on them. We don't want to ride through the mine to state West Virginia anyway. So we made the companies rich. Well, as time progressed a little bit more, around 19 and 40, company owners came to us, got ways to cut the coal, ways to get out from underground. We're meeting our coal contracts, we're making a little bit of money. But we're also losing a lot of money every year, they said. Many because we buy all this timber property around here, you know how to uphold the top up. And after we cut the trees down, we cannot resell the property, it has no value. The rains come, wash the topsoil away, and the land is worthless, and we're stuck with it. They said, let's figure out a way to hold this top up. So in 19 and 40, the company owners unions got together with another company, and they invented a piece of machinery to hold the top up a little bit better. It's an original 1940 model, single head, gatorless refolding machine. Now it works the same way as an electric drill that you have at your own home. The only difference is it's bigger. It's rubber tires, and you can drive it or tramp. Tramp working section, place a 4-foot piece of steel in it with a diamond tip head on top, turn the machine on, pull this knob, and the head will start spinning and rotating. Pull other knob, and the head will slowly raise, and it will drill a 4-foot hole in the top. After you drill a 4-foot hole in the top, you remove your steel. You take your 4-foot conventional bolt with a chuck on the end of it, slide it into the hole to place at its top. Put original bolt, original machine, and tighten it up. As you tighten it up, the chuck will expand and bind the layers of rock together. Now, if these bolts are placed properly, 4 foot across from each other, 4 foot width of each other, they're guaranteed to hold anywhere from 20 to 25,000 tons of rock together. Since 1962, it's been holding the top above your head. And you are 175 feet underground when you're sitting at. Now, now, you want to hear a good thing about these bolts?
Yeah.
The day you bought them is the day the guarantee expires. Now I'm going to show you something that is very, very dangerous underground, even today. Everybody look at this object sitting here, the big old dark rock, big one having a light on. This one.
Mhm.
And we have another one sitting here beside. They're not rocks. They're called kettlebottoms. Now what kettlebottoms actually are, they're petrified tree stumps from billions of years ago. Now in early days, they were so solid, we had no way to drill a hole straight through them. They'd usually hang 2-3 inches off top. The only part you would usually see is about the size of your hand, kind of glassy. No rock bonds with them. Rock will go around and conceal them higher. In the mines today, we can put steel beams under, steel jacks under them. Believe me, when they start to fall, they will bend or break within the canal. They can be this size or 10 times that size. The whites miners of these refuse to call them kettlebottoms. They had another name for them. They called them widowmakers. A lot of miners were crushed to death by. Over the years, miners have given themselves different names. Must be competed on public. The most popular names that they call them mother-in-law. It was kind of weird now, if you know what I mean. We've never found any use for them whatsoever.
Now you're saying you can't go through.
But today we can. We use diamond tip bits to
Right.
hold top with it. But it'll take you about an hour just to drill through that one
With a diamond tip.
with a diamond tip bit.
And-
They're estimated to be 207. Back outside, when you go to the museum, the first showcase on your left, you'll see 2 of them sitting out there.
They said
They're about the size of basketball. Now, there's a
something.
sulfur
Oh,
content. on
yeah,
it.
right. That's the other name.
The
of
lights on that showcase weighs 300 pounds. No bigger than a basketball.
So in other words, that's just because I can move it, but.
You sat there shaking your head about 175 feet, you would have hated where I worked at. We were 54 miles back in the mountain, 1,700 feet underground.
Oh my God.
I have a little bit of claustrophobia, but you've helped a lot. Made it real
You
interesting.
want to go deeper and closer?
You got it. That trip back, I almost took it.
I went and had a body scan done 2 years ago because I had a back injury. And put me through that little tunnel machine.
Oh, they
I freaked out. You can put me in here, no bother. They put me in that, I had to get out of there. I mean, they bring that little case down and it's right above your eyes.
You know?
No way. I said, no, that's knocked me out, but it is this
That's what we were under.
Kill yourself, baby.
That's pretty interesting. That was the coal mines of the day. We'll see ya.
enjoyed yourself. Do come back and see us.
Thank you very much. That's the end of the coal mine trip. That's one of the original 2-tonners. No man could carry that up. Only an animal. Here we are at the big house. Here's the little guy down there. Guess this is the owner's house. Hey.
This is like the supervisor or manager or whatever.
Oh, the supervisor. I guess the manager had a.
And look, see, you get your drink of water, you take the cup, dip it in there.
What's what that is?
Oh, I can't drink behind this person.
Automatic press.
Where would live around it. But most of the time it was corporations, then like the River Coal Company, maybe they lived in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they would come in and build camps and have superintendents. One per camp. Of course, the supers never paid rent, utilities, coal, all those things were given to him.
Did he have to work, or he just bossed everybody around?
Well, he bossed. He was pretty much like the mayor of the law. 200
Oh.
to 300 families. So, you know, he didn't have time to go in the mine and actually work, but he did have to make sure everything was being done as the company wanted it to be. And if it wasn't, he was fired.
Oh, and you didn't want to get fired if you was living in lodge like this,
And you have to go back to
working in the mine.
little scripts and things.
Did they have bad water in here? I mean, the only way you can have hot water is hot water tank.
Look at that fly killer.
And of course, the superintendent, now, he had a well in 1900s, just like everyone else. He had to go out and get his water, and he had an outhouse, had a fireplace in every room, he had oil lamps, just like the miners. I mean, he had it the same way. But then, as soon as they put the generators pumped up from the mines, he got the generators, the gas heat, the gas lights. He would get a pump into the home, you know, for water. And I don't know, the gas furnace or the coal furnace, actually, they would turn it into the radiator
Ooh,
heat.
that thing is
So anything that was needed, bathroom utilities, he always got those. He was the first to get
These irons are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So would they just leave them on the stove and then get them hot? And...
Well, when they need them, they put them on the stove to get them hot, and then they would, you know, would change them about. A lot of times they like to have at least 2 irons.
You would mess with the women back then if they was
Yeah, that's
ironing
right.
with these things.
I said that and a rolling pin. I don't think men or children would mess with their mother or wife either. Not at the wrong time, anyway.
We got an electric refrigerator here.
It's a 1932 model, one of the first GE electrics that were made.
Wow.
Frigidaire was an older, they made theirs first.
Can I open it?
Sure.
Let's see what the inside looks like. Oh, that's a nice size fridge too. Got the little freezer in there.
Of course, you're going to see a lot of things in the home that's a mixture of timepieces. These things have been donated like it was in the little home. So it's just giving you a glimpse of through the years what possibly he had.
Hey, they got a Kirby.
Of course, on the second floor, you will see a barber shop, post office, and doctor's
that.
office. And now those things did not come with the home, just added some private use.
Oh, I remember those clothespins.
That's the note on top.
Yeah.
This would be the living room. Look at that chair.
And they used to do basement of their garage, and cold rooms and things. It's running. The new home, the miner's home is new across the street from the Stratford family.
Who's this car behind?
Church was new, was sectioned, 3 sections.
So smoky. I would like some of this stuff.
Oh, this is.
And this home,
Didn't you see from the other side, maybe?
No, I didn't look into that. He got a chill in the house, man.
Mm-hmm.
This
Well, you
would
know,
be
he
good
wasn't
for
a
now,
criminal,
too.
Oh, yeah, we know that, yeah.
This would be good. Oh, I want that too.
What do you want?
The organ. This is the room upstairs. The wash basin. The radiator. Knowing that was hot. This is what a regular barber shop would look like at the time. That's a nice chair. That right. Ooh. The shoe shine kit. Actually, a whole shoe shine kit. That right there is how they would get a perm. Helen Curtis, True Art. Ooh, look at that nice bed. Yeah, they got real good light coming in here. Of course, they needed it too. Traveling trunk. We even had another story.
Really long legs. Those are nothing. I used to take those at camp and pull their legs off.
I have never seen them that big.
Oh, those are nothing. We would catch them for those.
Oh, what?
Look at the other ones over there.
Well,
It's like from, does he have a head?
yeah, you got a head.
I just saw a
Head
little body
no
that
lie.
I didn't expect to see. That's like the alligator thing,
Yeah. Did you just take a picture with the spider? Oh, I thought you had your other camera. I was wondering. We got 5 minutes of film left, so let's.
And placenta pair. Like that.
Here's the wheelchair. Look at the wheelchair. You could even take a poop in it. It would just go back down.
So it's like survey, the journal,
That's a guard. We had the train. We had the guys at the mine. It's in a coal car. You got the state patrol. 4 guys. Washington State Police.
Yeah, that's a good
We
place
thought
for the
so.
start.
Good.
Callie, let me see your little mining hat.